Alright, so where do we remember where we left off?
Talking to the dude?
We were talking to Sigrid.
Yeah, the gnome.
Fucking ass gnome that would not leave his house.
You're super quiet.
We're okay with him not leaving.
And
Just saying, Lewis, you're super quiet.
Yeah, Lou, we don't hear you at all, man. You're...
What?
Like yeah, it's like you're picking up from the wrong mic or something.
And I don't.
It sounds like your
Wrong mic
microphone's
or
in the
other
closet
side
or
of the
something.
room.
Is that better?
No.
Fucking bitch.
But no, we finished talking to the old man, and then we were going to go do something else.
I don't remember what we were gonna do though. I think we're probably gonna go find the puppy.
Yeah, I think we're going to find the dog.
I think we were sleeping in his house because it was late.
Yeah.
Yes, so you
The
guys
child barbarian hit us.
You guys were given your primary and secondary missions of finding a relic that got left behind in the move, and then also accomplishing some other side tasks. One of which was checking up on a gnome who refuses to leave the city, even though it's literally on the edge of the world about to fall off. You guys went to talk to him. At first, he didn't really want to talk to him, but night fell and the house you were going to sleep in collapsed on top of you, so you decided to go stay with the gnome. I believe the barbarian touched something he shouldn't and set everyone on fire.
Yes, I did. I set everyone on fire, and I am not sorry for it.
And then you got a little backstory on Sigrun, how he set a record and everyone loved him for it, but they kept expecting him to do more, and it was all an accident anyway, and all of his inventions go sideways, and he's just staying in the city. He just kind of wants to not leave. But you're all staying for the night. Unless there was something anyone else wanted to talk to the gnome about, we were going to hit the long rest button.
I'd like to cast summon Faye into the amulet first.
Into what?
Into the amulet that I have.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, just to hold on to that one.
You should have it on you now. I made the amulet, finally.
Yep, I have it on me. Oh, this is going to be so much fun.
You want to share with the class there?
Sure, I have this thing. It holds, the key point of this amulet is it holds concentration for whatever spell I have. So, what I can do is I can have 2 of these up.
Nice.
Yeah. Teleportation.
Nice.
Yep, that's my plan.
Sounds good.
Right, real quick, can you guys hear me better now, or do I need to...
No, if anything, you sound quieter, and I have you turned up.
Yeah, I have you up to 100, so...
I've got you on 170.
I got it at 200.
Try talking again?
What the fuck do you want, you bitch? What?
Okay, I've turned you up, and it's made no difference. You're sitting at 200, it made no difference.
Are you sure, check your mic, are you sure you're not getting picked up by, something in a drawer and not your actual mic, or...
Right, is this
room.
Oh, yes, there we go.
Shit,
Oh, God.
Thank God.
Yeah, there you go.
Lord.
Yeah, I had to switch to my phone.
Hey, whatever works, man.
So I'm not even going to apologise if I've just blown all your eardrums apart.
We can hear you now, that's what matters. So we have our 5th party member here today. How's it going?
Good.
Hello.
Sleep you should, but
So while all of you were traveling along, you left without the fifth perspective member because they just, for whatever reason, were late to the meeting. But it's okay because I believe, if I remember correctly, you can fly.
yeah.
So you left about a day and a half behind the rest of the group, and you managed to catch up to them. When you all do your long rest, you wake up in the morning, you hear a knock at the door, and there is... Where's the token? And Eric Cockrum chilling at the door.
It's a bird.
Hey man, did you find the right GIF?
Big chicken.
So, introduce yourself to the party.
Hello there. I am Kek. I
What?
hold on. My brain just stopped for a second. Hold on.
You're here to join the quest.
Oh, your name is Kick?
Kick. Yes.
Like the action
Wait.
kick?
Kick.
Okay.
Kick.
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 Ick.
Pun. Don't know how much farther I can take this
just gonna
joke.
sit here for an hour now, just trying to figure out the name of his character. Just like,
Pretty
what
much.
is it?
Yeah.
Kick.
Kick.
Pun.
Oh, Keck. I see. Okay.
Kick.
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 Nice. All right.
So, just to fill in Keck and I guess remind anybody who is watching possibly, the mission is to come to this city that has been abandoned because it's inching towards the edge of the world, to find a relic that was left behind during the evacuation, and then the 3 side objectives of checking on the old Kadri Dodger who doesn't want to leave, find a missing dog that may or may not even be here, and locate a missing painting that may or may not be here.
And we decided to
try
not
not
do the painting.
try not to die in the process.
We just,
Yeah. I remember we
we-
decided not to do the painting. 'cause
Yeah,
it
we
was in
decided to
some,
say
like,
screw it to the
precarious
painting.
manner or some shit.
So Sigrun's gonna get up with all of you, see this feathered gentleman at the door, and be like, "Is this another one of you guys?"
what if we say no?
No.
Who else would be out here?
Yeah,
But
what would...
yes, I believe this is our late member.
Bragan is literally just going to start poking you in the leg just to feel how meaty your leg is, and then turn to the nearest party member and just go, "Can I eat him?"
No,
You can't eat him.
Excuse me.
He wants to
No,
eat
that is
no.
a person, not a chicken.
Shit! And then Bragan's just going to sit back down in a mood.
Right. Well then.
Keck, as you're looking at your new companions and sort of getting an eye into this building behind you, roll me a perception check real quick.
Oh, perception.
Does it require me to see?
Yes.
Okay, then it's an advantage. Perception.
Unless you have some sort of magical innate sense to sense magic.
Don't, unfortunately. Yeah.
So if double click on your token, it'll pull up your sheet and you'll see all. There you go.
27.
You spot a really, really shiny something amongst a pile of half-made gears and tinkery shit. It's very interesting looking.
Really shining something. Okay. I'd like to check it out. I'd like to come closer.
Well, you are currently in the doorway with everyone in there, so are we...
Yeah, I just like to quietly walk to it without saying anything to anyone.
They're just gonna stare at you the entire time you're walking around.
The gnome's just kind of like, so, hi? Just coming into my house.
Apparently. What did he say?
He asked who the hell you were.
You don't see me, you don't know me. I'm just here.
No, I see you.
Okay, so
No, you don't. You're.
I let you guys stay the night, but it's not night anymore. So
Oh, I'm okay with leaving.
I see a really shiny something. I need to check it out. My brain, it's like a 3-year-old child. I need to check out that really shiny something.
well, I do have a lot of gizmos and gadgets in here.
May I look at them?
I mean, I gotta make breakfast anyway. You guys want to stay for breakfast?
Oh, free food. That sounds awesome.
Ulgrim kind of sighs regrettably as his stomach growls. Sure.
I will take a hot meal over whatever the hell's in my bag.
All right,
I mean,
well,
as long as you're not cooking me, I'm fine with it.
the gnome's like, Gnome's kind of got this screw it vibe to him right now, and he's gonna go and he pulls out. You see like a gigantic, like we're talking small child-sized, what is probably uncut bacon, and starts cutting it as he puts something on the fire. He puts a pot on the fire.
Oh, above board really quick. Do we know, does the relic we're looking for have a name or anything like that? Or
Roku, what?
was the relic like a named relic, or is it just like the relic? Or
Shoot, I did have the thing for it at one point.
because I didn't have a name written down anywhere.
They didn't give you a name. They just would have given you an item number. It would have been like item number B73 is missing,
Oh, okay.
and you would have had a description of it being a. It's about a
I love that meme though. That's freaking hilarious.
2.5 foot by 1 foot crate. It's like something you can easily one person could hold.
Okay. Ulgrim's as the gnome is kind of just kind of like cooking. Ulgrim's gonna essentially ask him if he's like seen anything like that or might know where it would be kept.
I mean, if those idiots left something behind, then it'd probably be in the old museum archives. So I mean, can direct you that way.
That'd be great. Just having directions.
Meanwhile, Keck is definitely staring down something slightly shinier than everything else in the room.
Shiny. What am I staring at?
It is, as you go poking at it, is this blue gem. It's sort of a light sort of sky blue color, and it's got a tiny little blue flickering flame in the middle. Question is, are you gonna do anything about
it? I'm gonna ask the gnome. Do you know what this is? I point at the blue gem.
Oh yeah, that's one of my failures over there. That's a wisp of renewal.
Okay, whisper renewal. What does it do? What was it supposed to do?
Yeah, let me This one was open a little bit. The back. How do I make this shit pop up in chat? Huh. Give me a second. It's being a pain in the ass. So basically, it's it's sort of a revivify item, but it's got faults to it. I'm trying to figure out why the hell it won't let me pop up the description. Damn. All right. Whatever. He's like, if you want it, you can have it. Let's just go with that.
Now it for okay. I take it and I put it in my pocket.
If you check out your inventory, you can see it in there. You can share with the class or not share with the class.
What does it look like what he's taking?
It is a like a nicely cut sort of diamond-shaped sky blue gem with a blue flickering flame in the middle.
Okay.
It just, I for whatever... Okay, there we go, Jesus. It's like, for the life of me, I couldn't get it to pop up in chat. There it is.
Wow.
Damn, gambling even more. I like it.
Oh boy, gambling.
Gamba, yay!
Gambling.
The
As an action, the ruler touches a creature that died within the last minute, rolls a 1d20. The result permanent minus is the stats. That's always awesome.
That's always fun. Yeah.
Don't roll
The
low.
long rest button.
One level of exhaustion.
I'm assuming we can all hit the long rest button, right?
Yes, you can all hit the long rest button. You successfully slept the night and didn't die.
Didn't
Permanent
die.
debuffs cannot be removed by magic. What if I kill myself again? Do I keep the permanent debuff, or like do I get a new one?
You keep it and then get another one if you use the second one.
There's not a replacement effect. Like I can't just gamble with negative.
In a campaign, probably not the best item. In a one-shot, I mean, maybe?
I don't know. We could kill someone over and over and then keep resurrecting them. Get their stats like 2.
Yeah, until they have a 2 in literally everything, and they're an invalid. They're completely useless.
God. I'll be right back.
Well, yeah, that's what we do to NPCs that we don't like.
But that's if you roll low, you know. You roll decent, you know, it won't be so bad.
Yeah, you
You
have a
have to
-5
really
default.
not like someone to do that to them.
I've met NPCs I'd like to do that too.
But some time passes as you ponder the moral quandaries of an item like this when used improperly, and there's a whole lot of bacon ready.
Make it.
Moral quandaries. I don't know. Bacon sounds great though.
So
Should have bacon.
it's a maple brown sugar bacon, freshly fried over a fire.
How good is it?
There's brown sugar in this world, guys. That we're advancing.
It's not that advanced.
Get to it before the barbarian figures it out.
All right, cool. I'll have some before he gets any.
Yeah,
Quickly.
absolutely. Consume before the barbarian gets any.
You can go last.
I'd like to take a small piece of the bacon, like a minute piece, just to quench my. No, it's not quench. It's just to eat a bit since I'm not that hungry. Yeah, I think this is cannibalism. Hold on.
You're just gonna hear a noise from the corner of the room, and you're just gonna see Brigance just like fell asleep on the head of his sword.
It's morning. Are you?
He's a big fucking imbecile. Okay, he's not just gonna be aware of everything going on. He's just gonna fall asleep.
We leave him here. Like, I
No,
don't want to wake him.
he has to be useful in some way.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's useful. We put him between the guys attacking us, and yeah, he takes all the hits. That's
Right,
how that
right,
Look
works.
his arms.
He's-
They're like
there.
twice the size of mine.
Yeah, he stands in between us. Right.
Yeah.
So you have yourself a nice little bacon party. You successfully got 2 of the 3 items out of this encounter. You kind of ruined getting the first one. And,
The barbarian touched it. I see.
but the time
That was my
comes.
fault. I'll
Bacon.
take that one. That was my fault.
Time comes. Bacon's been eaten. Everyone's nice and rested. The gnome wants his house back. So
Ask which direction, like get pointed in the direction.
he'll give you some general directions on how to get to where you want to go. But as you all leave, outside the door, there's something that wasn't there when Keck landed. There's a gigantic pile of poo still steaming.
It's not mine.
I know that. Like, you were the last one out here.
Like-
It only makes sense that it's yours, Kek.
Yeah.
No, I swear to God, it's not mine.
I'm going to go with that it's yours.
This thing is so big, like if the 5 of you combined your forces, you wouldn't make a pile this big.
Until proven otherwise, it's kept.
Until proven otherwise.
Yep.
It is yep, it's true. I agree with this.
Guys,
We'll kind of like turn back towards the gnome and just go.
my shit is white. This is not white.
I'm just kind of turns back to the gnome and just because it just So I'm assuming
Where to go?
your neighbors aren't in the manner of dropping enormous craps on your doorstep, are they?
He pokes his little head out and he's like, I don't have neighbors, and no.
Well, thank you for your hospitality. We'll be on our way.
Alrighty.
I was gonna ask one more damn question. Hold on.
Oh, fine. The dwarf can ask another question.
So, do you have any idea what might have done this?
I am not a ranger. Animal poop is not my specialty, but you're certainly free to take a look at it.
I'm not going to. I'm asking.
If I had to guess, it's
I mean-
probably the big fuck off bear that we were told about.
I mean,
No,
if I
that's
had
an
to make a
assumption.
guess, it'd probably be a big fuck off bear is a good option.
That's a good assumption. Yeah.
The fact that it's still steaming is concerning. Maybe he smelled the bacon. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm staying here.
All right. Well, enjoy falling off the edge of the world. Bye.
Bye.
Consider not doing that.
I have my reason. I'm an old man. I have my reasons for what I do.
That's his
Yes, I
prerogative.
know. It's
So how big
your
is
choice.
this city? Like,
But anyway, if you guys are done with him, he's gonna close the door, and you're left outside with a giant steaming pile of shit.
okay, so we're finding the dog.
I'll say you don't need a roll to know this did not come from the dog.
I was gonna say.
It's a giant steaming pile of poo, Nex. I assumed. I was
My
just
next question was going to be: is there dog parts in this?
Yeah, well,
I'm not
well,
digging
how-
through it. I'm just
I was
asking.
gonna say you're free to roll some kind of perception or investigation or whatever you want.
I mean, how big is the city so far from what we've seen?
This is a city. Like this is like, I guess New York City sized city, but fantasy
so it's,
sized.
So a 10-mile diameter circle isn't gonna help us here.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
I mean, I was
Miles
just
is
gonna
pretty good
cast.
still.
I was just gonna cast locate animals and or plants and just be like dog.
That would, yeah,
I mean, that's a good way to do it.
yeah, that is a way to do it. Yeah.
Druid magic, go.
Cast dog. Within 5 miles of you, you do sense. I'll say it gives you canines, and you sense 1 lone canine and like 5 clustered canines.
I think with the one lone canine is probably the dog. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you think the dog's in a
Agreed.
pack now, or is it just by itself?
I mean, it's entirely possible it found a pack, but
That's true. It could have, but I feel like we might
could
want
be
to.
a ton of stray dogs out here, with the
Hmm.
big fuck off bear in the area.
or
Yeah,
more
it
of
might-
those damn wolves.
It might be the ringleader.
Right. Well,
Sure, man.
let's
Love
try
it.
the singular one first, and then after that, we'll go poke at some packs.
Sure.
All right, you guys head on the direction of the dog, or what you think is the dog, based on by all reasonable logic. Roll me D100. Somebody, anybody. Don't care who.
Somebody.
Boy.
Don't let me do it, because last time I did it, we got fucked up.
Fine, I'll do it.
All right, 82. You find you happen to notice while you're walking around that one of the buildings has really, really big claw marks on the side of it, and tufts of fur. It kind of looks like something got attacked.
No,
Yeah, we'll leave that alone.
I feel like the city's been taken over by the bear.
I think so. I'm just gonna real quick, guys. Just give me 1 second, and then I will snap my fingers lightly and change my cloak into a color that blends in a little more with the rest of the city.
Interesting.
That's a neat trick.
Very
Yeah.
helpful.
Was that an item or an ability, or what'd you do?
That is the cloak of many fashions.
Ah, okay, okay.
Nice.
Good item. Like it.
Yeah.
It's light
Nice.
camouflage, because maybe it'll help.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe.
So,
If
anyway,
it's that the smell ain't working.
do you want to investigate this encounter or move forward?
So there's giant claw marks on a building. I don't want to go there. Anyone else? let's,
Uh,
let's vote.
I'll
Who wants to go and
investigate it. I'll investigate it. Y'all cover my back.
who wants to
I was
potentially
just
go
gonna
into
ask
this
like how
scary building?
recent does any of this look?
Well, that's where you would the survival check would come in.
Yeah. I'll watch your back and give you help if you need it. About that.
No.
Okay, so
What
survival.
am I rolling?
Survival roll. Yep.
Boy, oh boy.
Big boy is just going to walk behind you and just like kind of stand at your back just in case.
All right. Yeah. There's claw marks. There's tufts of fur. There's a little blood trail trailing off. You'd probably say it's like 2-3 days old. Whatever was fighting what, something lost.
All right, couple days old. Something died.
If it's
I think we're
a few
good to move
days-
on.
I think if it's a few days old at least, then there may not be a creature around if we want to proceed forward.
It's not right on top of us. I can tell you that.
What is a little unusual, because I'll give you that, is that there's one set of claw marks, but there's definitely a fight. It's like whatever this thing fought didn't fight with claws or blades.
It won.
I think this is where one of the bandits got eaten. Maybe.
Something ate the
Maybe.
bandits. We should leave it alone, I think.
It's probably the bear cleaning up something that was in the area. Nothing that leaves too much evidence behind of its being here, though.
Have we seen evidence of the bear marks around the city so far?
This is the first clear sign, unless you want to count the giant steaming pile of shit.
I'll count that. Yeah.
Yeah, can't forget about the great big steaming pile of shit, guys. Come on now.
Right.
No, I think it was Keck.
I'm still determined it was Keck. Come on.
But that's about what you glean from here. So it's
Well, do we want to look ahead to see if the dog's in there? Otherwise, it'll just be a bloody mess, most likely.
well, Hades' character's still doing locate, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
How long does that last?
Let me look. Instanting, it doesn't last. It's a it's a one-off.
Okay. Well, you got the sense that what you were after is a little further away than where you are right now. You don't think you're quite there yet.
It could be that we're just in an area closer to where the bear makes its home.
Yeah, bears do usually mark near their where they live, so we're probably getting closer to where it is. But as long as it's not a canine, I don't think I picked it up, so we should be okay.
I don't believe they count as canines, no.
Yeah, they're ursine or ursin. I know it's spelled. I don't know how it's
It's
pronounced.
Ursine. I don't remember the spelling or anything, but it's Ursine. So you carry on, moving forward, and someone else rolls a D100.
I'll do it. 94.
You hear. Actually, whose perception's higher? Who's got a passive perception above 15?
Me.
Who's me?
I have a 15.
Okay. So Keck, you swear you hear a whimpering on the wind. No one else really hears it right away, but like you're pretty damn sure you hear it.
Oh, yeah. Correct me if I'm crazy. I think there's a dog here. I see him. I can hear him whimpering. I think he's sort of. I hear it somewhere here.
I can't hear anything over the damn wind shutters flapping in the wind.
That's kind of your problem.
What
I
was
know. Olgrim is like randomly shouting.
Do we know which
If you,
direction
if
the
you
sound
hear a
is coming?
dog, we can go look.
Do I hear which direction it's coming from?
Is what?
Which direction it's coming from? Do I hear that?
Seems like it's coming out of a building. A very dilapidated building.
I point at a shitty building. Yeah, I think it's coming from there.
So it is.
It could be
It's coming from a dilapidated building off to the side. And I can't find the damn token image. But it's very collapsed and dilapidated in there, and it seems kind of dangerous. If you want to enter it, you might want to proceed with a degree of caution.
Can I try to gauge how
You run it
dangerous it
down.
is with my natural dwarf capabilities?
Sure. Let's roll. What are we gonna roll here? There you are.
Actually, you know what? I can just activate Tremor Sense. So if anything starts to...
That works
I
too.
have the-
I'd still want some intelligence based, maybe insight or
I have the
investigation.
Something
I'll
intelligent.
give you advantage because you're a dwarf with stone stuff.
Investigation advantage. There you go.
16. I mean, you definitely wouldn't want someone with a low dexterity poking their head in there, just in case. It could collapse if you nick the wrong wall. But now that you're all there, you definitely all hear a whimpering. Like, there's something in there.
Ulgrim, as Ulgrim activates his like tremor sense, Ulgrim's just gonna go, "All right, everybody, keep your hands to yourselves. No one touch any of the walls."
Walls are fun.
Ulgrim has like that, like Ulgrim has like a very serious tone, like just like not joking, like he has been.
I've been paused this whole time. My bad. Yep, carry on.
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna use tremor sense.
You do sense a creature and you do hear a whimpering, so dollars for donuts, it's probably a dog.
$1 for donuts. I love donuts.
So do you
Well, I guess we
proceeding with
carefully
caution?
search the house. Yeah.
Alright, roll me an investigation as you search through the house and try not to accidentally kill yourself.
Oh boy.
All of us, or just someone?
Whoever's going in.
Okay.
I will happily volunteer to go in.
As will I.
I won't.
Anybody going in,
Alright.
roll investigation.
Investigation.
There's a nat one. Hell yeah.
That's a nat one.
Feels good. I still have tremor sense up, so if the building starts collapsing, I'll know.
And that one and a 24.
As you're going through it, it seems like it's going well, but then Ogrim kicks something and it starts a sort of cascading chain. You hear rumbling and grumbling and stuff start kind of fall. You got dust falling down around you, and you feel it. The whole building. You did something. It's about ready to come down, but you do see ahead of you a dog, pinned under something. Pinned under some rubble.
Alright.
How heavy does this dog look?
I believe we said it was some kind of shepherd, so it's a medium, maybe 50, 60 pounds.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh god, are we both weak?
No, I was thinking mage hand, but I'm like, no, I can't do mage hand
Okay.
on a dog. It's too.
This is not a chihuahua. No, you cannot mage
Yeah,
hand.
no.
It's not a house cat. You can't just pick it up.
How fast is your character?
40 feet?
40 feet? You're far faster than I am.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll rush
I'll
up and
give-
attempt to
I'll give you a
free it.
bardic. I'll give you a bardic inspiration for it. How about that? It's as much as I can do.
Okay.
So wait, which one are you? Are you the bird No, you're the human. Okay, sorry. Bardic inspiration. Boom.
Just the normal guy.
I know.
Just a
Boom.
guy.
Okay. I don't know why I don't
Christ.
like that it auto rolls it, but you know you get a D8
It's
for you.
prompting me to uncanny dodge your bardic inspiration.
I don't know why.
It's the way it's programmed, and it's one of those ones that got programmed behind the scenes, so I can't even change the damn numbers.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
But you have a D8 to any.
I'd have to
whatever
rebuild
you
it.
want.
That is.
But yeah,
Fine.
the dust is coming, and the dust is getting bigger every second. Starting to include
rush
pebbles.
forward and make an attempt to free it.
Roll an athletics, or if you're smart and have something to use as a lever, maybe an acrobatics.
Let's see. I have extra short swords that I could attempt to use as a bit of a lever.
All right, roll whichever's good for you.
Wait. Hold on.
I have a thing.
I like a thing. What's
Yeah.
the thing?
I have a thing. How? Okay. So is it the immediate ceiling above us?
It is everything around you. Like, this building is
Everything around? Okay.
standing by the grace of God.
I have a pole of collapsing. I was thinking I'd just like use it to like prop up the ceiling a little bit, but it probably won't help.
Could probably help with the dog if you hand it over to.
Actually, yeah, it will. Yeah, I'll hand my pole of collapsing over to what's his face, Harvey.
Okay. I'll take said pole collapsing and attempt to use that as a lever to help this dog.
All right, roll with acrobatics. If that's the way you want to go.
Absolutely it is.
13 plus whatever is certainly better than the one that almost landed on. So yeah.
Yeah.
You wedge that in there and lift it, and the dog like bolts. Like, he's out the door you came in, he's gone. The people standing on the outside watching the building slowly crumble just see this dog just fly out and probably crash into the barbarian.
Well, we've saved the dog, y'all. We've
What a good
accomplished our.
boy.
The main quest is done. Time to go home.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Survival out of both of you as you try to get out of the crumbling building.
Hell yeah.
Boy, survival.
Oh, don't you dare nat one me on survival.
That was close.
Oh boy. Do I need to add this before or can I do it after I roll? It doesn't say, so I will go ahead and just say I'm going to add an adapt and overcome to this for the D4.
You do still have the Bardic Inspiration if you want to use it too.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do both.
Roll whatever you gotta roll. I wrote this part of the encounter, but I don't actually want you to die in it, so get something.
Oh, I'm definitely going to have to roll both.
Yeah, that is definitely enough to not die. The two of you successfully get out. You are completely covered in dust. Nice tan ash over both of you, but just like a typical action hero, there's a collapse and a puff of smoke, and the two of you walking out coughing your brains out.
After a quick cough from Ulgrim just like, all right, starts dusting his shoulders off, and he snaps his fingers and prestidigitates the dust off. Just to be extra.
All right, you guys have a dog that is joining the party for the time being.
Way to go, us.
Hell yeah.
Go dog.
Well, that was awfully exciting.
It's not the image I wanted, but it's still a good one, so we're sticking with it.
I suppose we have to go find this artifact now, or at least say we looked for it.
We can at least give it some sort of an attempt.
Yeah.
Great.
What direction were we told to go in?
Before we head off, though, Ulgrim's gonna like lean down and pet the dog and give him a treat.
The dog looks just a tad dehydrated. We don't know how long it was pinned under the rubble.
Yeah, Ulgrim's gonna make sure the dog has like food and water before we set off. I'll sacrifice any of my rations. Smile.
That's fine. You run out of rations and die. No, I'm kidding.
Perfect. The dog doesn't look injured or anything. It can walk and everything.
It is hobbling a little funky. The rubble was on his leg, so he definitely isn't in good form.
Okay. then
Healing
I'll
magic.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Yep.
He's now in slightly better form.
Got to keep the dog alive.
Yep. Main quest.
He's still
Main quest.
hobbling a little, but he can walk in a straight line again.
All right, well, it's my turn. Call him a good boy.
All right, there you go. He's feeling a little better. He's got. I mean, he was still like under rubble, right? He's not going to be like just perfect out the gate, but he's definitely like.
As long as we don't have to like carry him or anything.
Yeah, he's good to go. He's good to walk, and you're the best thing he's seen in a few days, so he's probably going to stick with you for now.
Awesome. All right.
Or I think about a week, but all right. So you've saved the dog and encountered the old man, and you're giving up on the painting. So the only thing left is the thing, the main quest.
Mm-hmm.
The dog was a detour, so you're gonna have a few checks on your way over to where the gnome told you to go.
Okay.
So let's have the barbarian do a check because it's tempt fate.
Making my way downtown.
What check am I doing here?
D100.
Oh, fuck. You have to ask me to do the fucking D100. Okay.
Correct.
We gotta share it amongst the party. You can't have one guy do it all day.
56.
The blame has
56.
to be on all of us and not just one of us.
As you're walking along, hold on as I check the chart. Okay, as you're walking along, you step on something, and then you smell something, and then you all look down. The barbarian stepped on a skunk.
Right? Everyone maintain like a 20-foot distance from him. See ya, buddy.
There was a screech and a little bit of fluid, and everyone immediately knows what happened.
Can you get anything?
Ulgrim is just like, all right, everyone, gather around, pinch your noses together, and Ulgrim's just gonna press to digitate everyone.
I think I killed a rat.
Yes, you probably did kill a rat. It was a very stinky rat.
Was that a bad thing or was that a good thing? Were we supposed to kill this?
It's fine.
Just
This whole city is
step on
going to
wildlife.
be dead in a
It's
few days
completely
anyway.
neutral act.
You all see a very disheveled and angry skunk with a crooked tail just kind of waddling into the building.
Regards just go like wipe off his foot and just like walk along, just wiping his foot on the floor. Let the skunk go off his foot.
Glad it wasn't me.
Just effectively for the hell of it is you have disadvantage. You specifically have disadvantage on stealth for until someone does something about the smell.
That's what. I
was just giving out what it is, but then Ulgrim
Yeah,
here
gotcha.
does something about the smell, so we're good.
No stinky boys here.
Even though it's gone, you do swear you still kind of smell it a little, but maybe that's just your nose playing a trick on you.
Yeah, as he does, every time Ulgrim smells it, there's like a little sparkle under his nose, where it's just like, okay, that's gross. Moving that away.
You carry on for a little bit, hopefully not stepping on any skunks, and then somebody else who hasn't done a roll today, give me a D100.
If you want to roll, you can roll.
Okay.
All right, Kick. You find a building that had already collapsed and is collapsed in a way that like gave you a straighter path to where you were going, and you get to skip the next check as you come up on the building.
Great. Look, guys, we made it.
It is a very nice building, still in pretty darn good condition considering the shit state that everything else is around it. The doors are gone like everywhere else. It has a nice little courtyard with some bushes and benches and a gazebo and a fountain. And in the middle of that fountain is a rusty-looking metal statue, kind of like one of those scrap metal art kind of statues of a dragon. And all in the courtyard, surrounding the dragon, all facing away as if running away from the statue, are just dead human bodies in various states of decay.
Ah.
This is only the side entrance, though. This is the main entrance. Sorry, but there are other potential side entrances.
This is the museum?
Yes.
Okay.
So, do you want to go into the courtyard of corpses, or do you want to look for a side door?
A courtyard of corpses looks rather inviting.
Oh, so inviting. And that dragon definitely won't begin moving if we do.
Do you want to see the courtyard of
Probably.
corpses?
Yeah, I'd love to see the courtyard
Yeah.
of corpses. Please show us the
Oh, it
courtyard.
looks so beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, look, it's so
This is a
nice.
little
It's so
courtyard.
beautiful and serene until I remember to put the thing in there.
Guys, look at the nice courtyard. Look at
Oh,
the
wow.
look at the nice courtyard.
Oh yes, that's definitely not a construct that will begin moving as soon as we approach too close.
I don't know what you're talking
No.
about. Statues don't just come to life, okay?
I did not say come to life. I said start moving.
The statues don't just start moving either way.
They absolutely do if they are made to.
If you look away, it's gonna start moving.
So, as I bust out your token,
Ulgrim weirdly believes you with that, and he just keeps staring at it. So, I guess we're not going to the Courtyard of Death, or...
So, you can walk through the courtyard of death, or you can use this very convenient inner wall to just kind of walk around it and go in the door that way.
Can I fly over it?
I mean, you can try.
Oh boy.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not.
So, what are we doing? Which way we want to go?
Ulgrim is gonna go with the dog, and he's just gonna start walking around.
Yeah. Yep.
You should be able to move the dog.
Oh, I can move the dog. Hell yeah.
It's not fully statted. It's just kind of there.
It's just the dog.
Exactly. It's not meant to do anything. It's just a quest item. An adorable quest item.
Adorable quest item.
Although I will give it something in the realm of perception because it's a dog.
Yeah, they can smell good.
Sniffing. I mean, you could just give it a hound stat.
I just don't feel like doing the work.
That's
It's not that important.
It won't be involved in combat.
I'll die before combat.
Nom 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 nom.
Dragon's
Nom,
gonna
nom,
eat it.
Exactly. Wait, where is the door we're going to? I thought it was
You're
down.
there. You're right. The barbarian's
Okay.
walking away, but you guys are there.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
It's just the bare
Bare necessities.
necessities.
There. All right. The dog has something that looks like stats.
Cool.
All right. So you enter what you very obviously used to be the sort of main entrance, the main corridor entryway. They're failing on words at the moment. The front area where you can see a whole lot of empty pedestals where things probably used to be, and what looks like what used to be a reception desk. There are some cracks in the wall, and it is, a little worse for wear. It was definitely a little sturdier than the other houses, probably because of the importance that your people put on their artifacts value. So it's definitely not falling down right this second by any means. But you have this nice big empty building in front of you, and you're looking for a crate. That's about.
Okay.
Was about
All right, gang. I say we split up.
Before anyone moves, does it look like anyone's been here in the last however fucking long this place has been abandoned?
Roll me whatever you think you're gonna do. Roll me whatever you think.
We'll go with this. Oh boy.
I mean, you see a very clear set of tracks coming from the door to where all of you are standing.
Yep, I'm sure our tracks.
There's definitely some wispiness in the dust, but it could be a squirrel, it could be the wind. You're really not sure. With a 10, you're really not that sure.
Well, I can't tell if anyone else has been in here, so we might as well look around.
You have a few different options and directions. There's hallways going off in all three of the directions from the doorway, right, left, right, and forward. There is a staircase that's looking a little worse for wear, but it also, you can probably go up it to the second floor, and there's a whole balcony with other rooms up there. And then there's also, you see what looks like probably a staircase going down, and that one's stone, so that one's looking okay.
There's a semi-broken staircase, and then the stone one, which looks fine.
Well, the one going up is like a wooden staircase, and it's a little iffy, and then the one going down is a stone staircase, because it's going into the foundation. So it's a little better. And then you've got the hallways on your floor, and then whatever's upstairs, and who knows what's downstairs.
I say we search this floor at least.
Yeah, let's start with this floor.
Are we splitting up Scooby Gang, or are we sticking together?
I'm down to split up the Scooby Gang.
I'm down to split up the Scooby Gang. It'll go faster.
You've got 3 hallways.
Yeah.
And there's 5 of us. I'll go alone.
Well, it's you, me, and the dog. How about that?
Yeah. See? 3 and 3. We got this.
Yeah. We'll go down the 2 side
all the
hallways
spell-
for
The two
Spellcasters will go-
spellcasters together. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the 3 other characters.
What could go wrong?
So what we'll do is delegate one person to do the rolls, and then we'll add a +2 to wherever the rolls are, because you got people helping you.
All right. What roles would we be doing?
It depends on how you want to search. Perceptions,
All right,
investigation,
You know,
history.
I have a brilliant suggestion, Ari. I'll transform into a wolf, and then I'll have advantage, and then you'll give
Sure.
me +2.
Sure.
I'd like to become a young. Better for this. Yeah, I'd like to become a young winter wolf, please. Next.
Alrighty, let's see, where are you? You're there.
Over here. Transform.
And let me go into my monsters.
Are silvery barbs your transformation, actually?
Am I getting the advantage or am I getting the disadvantage?
Good news, you've polymorphed. Bad news, that image wasn't programmed. Yay!
Oh,
I
that
see it.
works.
What is the Winter Wolf from? Is that Monster Manual?
Yes.
There we go.
I think it counts as a monstrosity, though, not a beast.
Nope. Winter wolves are apparently beasts now.
Really?
Yeah. The documentation I have says they're beasts, which is confusing as fuck. I mean, this one doesn't have the frost breath, so
That might be why.
it is just straight up direwolf stats.
Oh, okay.
It's slightly better, but yeah, it's direwolf. But there you go. Hit the dragon born
dwarf
turns
and his
into a dog.
Just a dwarf and some dogs.
And then what's the other group? Who you gonna designate?
I'm lucky, so I think I could do it.
All right. So we going left, right, or forward? Who's going where?
I think we'll take left.
Yeah, we can take left.
We can do right, and then we'll, in theory, meet up in the middle.
In theory, yeah.
Sounds good. All right. So give me rolls from my 2 guys here.
Okay.
What do we roll?
+2.
Your options are perception, investigation, or history, depending on what you want to do, and depending on what your roll is, what information you'll get.
Perception.
Oh shit! No, I actually did it at advantage. So it's an 18. It's 18
Oh,
plus 9.
The advantage still had the 20 roll first, which means you did get the 20.
No, okay. It's 31.
So you did actually get the 31.
He fucking sees everything.
Right? Jeez. He even sees the rogue in the corner. No, it's
He's the mimic.
So Keck, as you and your little group go searching through, you definitely see signs that people have been here. You definitely see like post evacuation people have come here and search the place. You even find what looks like a little camping spot that's been left behind. And you see you recognize one of the bodies that was dead outside had a symbol on it that matches a symbol you found with this stuff. So whoever this stuff belongs to is probably out there. But you find like a bunch of good stuff, good sleeping bags. Mess kits are still in good shape. The rations are still good. There's a little tent that looks fine, but unfortunately nothing in regards to the artifact you're here looking for. On the wolf side of things, you find some footprints, but you also just find a lot of dust. Doesn't seem like there's anything of note in this section of the museum. You do both see that the hallways loop in a way where it looks like you can probably go to the middle from here.
We're not going to the dragon now. I don't trust him. He's gonna start moving.
The dragon will absolutely start moving.
Nonsense. Why would the dragon ever start moving?
So then you do.
I think you mean yippee yappy arf, you're a wolf.
I sneeze.
You sneeze and there's a plume of dust and nothing happens.
Okay.
You end up meeting up in the middle room where someone or someones can make a roll again if you want to.
Huh? We make what?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
What are we rolling?
Maintain my perception checks.
Oh, like something.
Okay. Perception. Fuck. 18.
You guys meet up in the room, make quick work of searching it. You see more of the footprints of whatever people were probably at that campsite over there. And you do see some drag marks in the dust. They look a little bigger than the description of the crate that you're looking for, so you're not totally sure if what it was or if it's relevant.
Oh, drag marks.
That's pretty much the first floor there. You still got the second floor in the basement.
Want to do the basement first?
Where do the drag marks lead to?
Yeah.
They drag a good like 2 feet, 3 feet, and then lift up. So whoever, not sure why they were dragging it, but whenever they were dragging, they ended up picking up and walking away with it.
They were fairly old, like a couple days old or something.
All of this that you're seeing in terms of signs of life seem like they're maybe 3 or 4 weeks old.
Okay.
So where are we going next?
Okay, so should we split up again? I go three of us basement, three of us second floor.
Yes, I think the lighter of us, and perhaps the more quick on our feet of us, should go upstairs.
Well, you do have someone who can literally fly.
Yes, we do have someone who can fly.
Okay, who's coming with me?
I will go with you.
If we've got signs of people being around here, it might not be best to split up again.
Well, those signs are about 3 weeks old, and your Eric Cockrum did note that it looks like maybe the owners of that stuff were outside among the corpses.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah, they're super.
Just later if we need to.
They're super dead.
Super dead.
As you can all tell, I definitely need a few more maps in the repertoire. Just been having trouble getting them.
Understandable.
But so where we going up? We going down? We splitting? We staying together? What do you want to do?
I vote that the rogue and the ranger go upstairs.
I'm okay with that.
I
I'm
vote
okay
the
with that.
barbarian absolutely does not go upstairs. He will break the stairs.
We'll break the stairs.
That's up to the
I
barbarian. He can
agree
go
with
wherever he
that.
wants.
I, as a dwarf, will also probably break the stairs, so I'm good.
What fat guys? I'm a big bone.
You are fucking massive, sir.
You're very chunky.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a chunky boy.
I'm not necessarily commenting on fat content. It's just you're really fucking big.
Yeah.
There's a lot of muscle. It's taking up the mass where the brain should be. All right, so whoever's going upstairs, roll me just a straight dex check.
Great dex. Okay.
Whoever's going downstairs, roll me nothing because the stairs are fine. You can just go there.
Easy. I'm gonna have tremor sense active still. Since we're gonna be on
The
stone.
two of you definitely feel that the stairs have had better days, but you kind of like you experience the stepping lightly, and you kind of feel like where the sturdier points are, and you just go right on up them like it's nothing.
Okay.
And initially looking around, you just do see more pedestals and things that have nothing on them, but there are multiple rooms to explore up here.
Okay.
Alright.
Right is always right. So let's explore the rooms on the right.
Yeah, let's just follow the right wall until we've hit something interesting.
That's totally fine. Roll me whichever of the three you want to roll. The history, investigation, or perception. Whatever floats your boat.
So if I go perception, is it sight based?
Yes.
Okay. 27.
Alright, you find a whole lot of nothing, unfortunately. What you do find is that the stress fractures in the building are a little bigger up here, and there's parts of the roof that are missing. And you do also all start to feel a shake as one of those tremors you've been warned about earlier starts to occur.
I'm gonna position myself under a hole in the ceiling just in case.
You can, the dwarf in particular, but you can all audibly hear cracking in the stone as this I'd say it's like a 3.0 earthquake is going.
Oh.
Ew.
The building is not happy. It's a building; it can't be happy, but you know what I mean.
Hey, buildings can be happy.
It can be happy if it wants to.
Exactly.
I think that's a signal to hurry the fuck up.
Yeah.
It lasts for about 5 minutes before rumbling finally starts to calm down, and all the cracks you noticed on the way in are definitely bigger.
Okay, well then I say we quickly search the left side.
Yep.
I'll say with your 27, I won't make you roll a bunch of rolls. You successfully search the whole top, and unfortunately you just find some holes you could probably fly out of if you had to, and not a whole lot. There's more of those footprints that are 3-4 weeks old, and that's about it. But when you get to the staircase, the guys who are waiting at the bottom happen to notice the pieces fall. So when you get there, there's a few pieces missing from the staircase.
How the
guys
fuck
all-
are the pieces missing?
Like they
You
fell
guys
down.
alright?
And they broke.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
Alright.
So do you want to
I'll be much better when we get out of here.
risk the staircase, or do you want to try some other way?
I mean, I can fly the staircase. It doesn't bother me.
Can I just like jump down the staircase? and land softly? Is that a thing that I'm capable of doing?
If you have some kind of roguey talent, otherwise you are jumping down like a full museum height floor.
Can
what,
I
like
use my
20
pole of
feet?
collapsing to like make a fireman's pole?
How tall does it get?
That's a good question, actually. How tall does
I
the pole
don't
of collapsing?
know if it has
Well,
a
if
limit.
it's a museum floor, we're looking at like what, 20 feet here? That's 2d6.
Yeah, something like that.
Sorry, we
10 feet.
mathematically jump.
10 feet. I don't know how helpful that's going to be.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know
could.
what?
How
You know
heavy are
what? Heavier than what you can carry.
Just give me a minute.
I'd say if you want to sort of merge your monkey bullshit with your wings, we could maybe make it into a roll that you could do to carry him down.
Monkey bullshit.
I love the monkey bullshit. It's great.
Yeah. Okay, so what I roll?
I will
bring him down with.
I'd say if you roll, we'll roll acrobatics at disadvantage if you want to try to carry your friend down on your wings.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm lucky. I got this.
So how tall is it from? Yeah, just how
22.
tall is it? Just
So to the next floor, it is roughly 20 feet. To the ceiling in the main area only, because it's got like the high vaulting. There's probably things hanging from it at one point. You're looking at like 35 feet in total.
okay. I can grab Ari. Like,
But
I have to wild shift into something else, but I can grab Ari.
you grab onto the rogue and jump down and do like a tuck and roll at the bottom, and you manage to get down without anyone getting any hurt.
Yippee!
All right. Cool. Let's check out whatever the hell's next.
The
The
basement.
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 The basement.
There are kids in the basement. Trust me.
Oh my god.
I hope there aren't kids in the basement.
Right.
They'll have starved to death.
Well, what's in the basement remains to be seen, but you all successfully go down the stairs with zero issue because they're stone and they're doing pretty good, all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
Can
Really
be
harping on
unwild
this. I
shaped
feel like
dice.
they're gonna collapse at some point.
It is dark, however. Whatever they previously used to light this is definitely not here anymore.
Does anyone have
Alright.
a torch?
Is someone holding my hand, or am I pulling out my sword?
Oh heck, I don't have light.
Oh, do you have a
I'll just
sword
pull
of
out a
nightlight?
torch.
I have a sword of nightlight.
That's nice.
I'll just pull out one. Yeah, Olgrim will pull out a torch and just like strike it up. Easy.
You light your torch, and the light pisses off some bats that fly out.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Sounds like a tall
I
person
pull out
problem.
my sword of nightlight.
It is, in fact, a tall person problem. Anyone taller than 6 feet gets smacked in the face with a bat.
So basically, that's just me.
Yes.
Well, I wasn't sure who was what height, but if you're taller than 6 feet, then yes, you get smacked in the face with a bat.
Yep. So just me. Cool. Awesome.
What's
Hey, we
crazy
like
is I'm not trying to pick on the barbarian. This just keeps happening.
I know, right?
He really just keeps walking face first into it.
Literally.
I feel some fucking conspiracy going on here.
Sooner or later, he's gonna like nat 20 something, make up for all.
Right.
Anyway, the it's a much more reasonable, 8-9 foot tall ceiling like normal, right? Or what's the normal 10 foot tall ceiling with the 8-foot doorways. You see a long stretch of hallway in front of you with doorways spaced out every 7 or 8 feet or so. There's definitely a lot of stress fractures, but you don't think the building's gonna fall at this moment. And you got about 10 rooms before it rounds a corner.
All right. Who's searching the rooms?
I guess I
can.
can.
Do you all want to search a room individually to go faster? Or do you want to do it together?
We can all take a room. They're all close enough together.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Same 3 rolls. Pick one: history, survival, or history, in perception or investigation, whatever you want to roll.
Site based? I would assume so, yes. Okay.
All right. We'll start at the top. We got Keck. You find nothing. That is unfortunate. Alabaster, you find nothing. The Barbarian, you find nothing. Someone didn't roll.
I'm holding the torch.
Oh, that's right. You're holding the torch. Okay.
I'm doing the important job of torch holding.
In the first 4 rooms, you all unfortunately find nothing of note. Whether or not the Barbarian just missed it, you don't know, but you all find nothing of note.
We're doing fucking great, guys. We're doing great.
But there's 6 more rooms before it rounds a corner down a hallway.
Next, can I be normal me again?
Do you what?
Normal me again?
I
Can
mean,
I be
yeah,
normal me?
I can make you normal,
No.
you.
Please, on wild shit. My ass. Thank you.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Let's not
I
have
picked
you
it
in the
up.
courtyard.
I go into the courtyard.
I'll say with a 28 and a 23, you actually search 2 rooms each, so 6 rooms down, 4 to go before you're around the corner.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So roll me whatever you want to roll if you're going to do something.
I'll assist anyone if they want help.
Oh, you know what? I'll take that help.
Harvey needs help.
I think Harvey got some dust in his eye.
Harvey, you find something. It's a rat's nest, and there's rats in it.
That blue dudes.
It does look like the rat's nest may have been made from some of the shredded clothing of the corpses from outside, but it's definitely just a rat's nest.
That's cute.
Yeah, cool.
Because, you know, with the 1, it's totally just a rat's nest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
Alabaster, you find drag marks. You enter your room, you start looking around, you find a bunch of rubble, and you find the rubble kind of has a gap in it, like it had fallen on something. Drag marks, like that something was removed, and then the rubble just kind of managed to maintain its shape. And it is roughly the size and shape of drag marks of what you're possibly looking for.
Hey guys, I found a thing. It might be what we're looking for. It looks like it was dragged.
Dang.
I found some little dudes hanging out.
It looks like it was
Yeah,
dragged.
your drag is probably more important.
Because it was dragged out of the debris, right? There's some rocks that look like they were thrown not so casually to the sides, and then most likely picked up as you do see some old dusty footprints that are roughly 3 to 4 weeks old that lead out of the room. The rest of you don't find anything of note, but you can probably imagine that Alabaster found a clue, given that he said, "Hey, I found a clue."
I found a clue. Let's look what's inside of it. Look, it's drag marks heading into the courtyard.
Oh, good.
You do still have whatever's around the corner in the hallway if you want to keep looking.
I mean, we could.
We might as well look. There might be useful stuff that they left behind or something. I'm gonna try to shoo these rats away from whatever they've built a nest on, see if there's anything neat.
Investigate the nest.
Yeah,
Take a sniff.
hopefully I roll better this time. There we go.
You dig through the nest and you find people bones, you find clothes, you find teeth, you find sticks and twigs and a bunch of little rat babies, and the parents start biting at you because you're poking through their nest.
Rat baby.
Let's Oh shit, they hit you.
It's not hard.
You take 3 points of damage as they bite
I see your 3 points of damage and raise you an uncanny dodge.
you. All right, that's good because that means you get to roll. You dodge the poison check that you were gonna make.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna get fucking raided.
Nice.
It was quite literally just a rat's nest that is partly built out of things that should be and partly built out of things that probably shouldn't be.
I'll leave them alone and shut the door and like leave some food inside the door for them.
Burn them.
If there's still a door. Is there still a door?
There are no doors.
Okay. Someone stole all the fucking doors in this place.
What? No.
All
How
the
dare
fucking
they?
doors.
All of the doors.
You imagine the basement is where they would have like stored things, so the doors would have all been like heavy duty metal hinges. So it probably when leaving the city would have been beneficial to take a perfectly good heavy door with you instead of making a new one.
Oh, but we could have
See,
given them
oh,
to the
hey.
barbarian.
People who own the place stole the doors.
Oh, hey, Hades, do you have speak with animals?
No, but I can turn into said animal.
Well, I was gonna ask.
Actually,
you
if
could
you
ask.
give me,
You could ask the rats if they've seen anybody like seen the
honestly,
painted or
just
whatever.
give.
You know?
Let me have 8 hours, and I'll just be able to repair my spells. Druid. Let's take a real quick power nap, and in the morning
Real
we'll be
quick
all
power
good.
nap.
I will note that the quality of information you get from an animal is directly proportional to how intelligent that animal is.
There's they're rats. There's like 8 billion of them.
Rats are very
Eventually, I'll
intelligent,
be able to piece it together about where stuff is.
Rats are very
Is a
intelligent
rat's
creatures.
in-game intelligent? I feel like it should be higher than it is, probably.
It is. It should be.
Beast, are they CR0s?
I think so. Like a straight.
CR0s. A rat's intelligence is a 2.
Yeah, you're not getting
Definitely higher than that.
Its wisdom is a 10.
That's honestly
not true.
That's
Rats
honestly
are
more
not
accurate.
that wise.
They're not.
Rats have a wisdom of 10, guys.
They're not smart. They're just good at figuring shit out.
Yeah.
I suppose that's fair.
Because intelligence, remember, is like reading books kind of smart. You know, wisdom is like the not
my rats
putting
knew their names.
not putting tomatoes in a fruit
Figuring
salad.
out
Kind of.
mazes and stuff.
I mean,
Alright.
our dog has an intelligence of 10. I mean, you can ask him.
But, yeah.
Has our
So
dog been awakened?
the dog is just a dog. I mean, you can certainly cast awakening on it. I don't know.
I don't think I know. I
His
think
intelligence is 10.
Awakening is like a level 5 spell, guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little too high.
That
of a
would like
level for
speak
it.
with humans, you know, so that way
Yeah.
animals can speak with us.
It's too smart
Tongues.
to be awakened. It's as smart as it would be if we awakened it.
Okay, then. So
This was a good
obviously,
distraction.
so the drag marks are going out into the courtyard, right? That's what
The drag marks, which end where footprints start, are going back towards the stairs. But there is the hallway around the corner, whatever's around that corner. Unless you don't care and you just want to go
Check out around
upstairs.
the hallway.
Fine, we can look down the hallway.
I care about what's down the hallway.
You can get shot by a
Then
trap.
then you can go down the hallway. How about that?
I will go down the hallway, thank you.
You turn around the hallway and it just there's no doors on either of the sides. It's just a long straight hallway. At the very end is what looks like probably where a vault door used to be, and then a room that is all metal.
Certainly this hallway isn't trapped.
Surely this
Surely
hallway isn't
not.
trapped. Why would a long, straight hallway with no doors on either side be trapped? Especially when it leads up to a vault door.
That's totally not
Certainly
trapped.
not. You certainly wouldn't like this bardic inspiration for no reason, would you?
Certainly not.
Certainly not.
You surely wouldn't like guidance as well, because.
Who is this? I think it's the human again. Okay.
It's the
It's the human
Okay.
again. It's the rogue doing
usually
rogue
cast
things.
guidance on you. Guidance.
There you go. I'm just doing this so it counts as using the ability.
Yeah, that's fine. So are you going down the hallway?
I'm going to search for traps as I walk down it. I'm not just gonna casually stroll.
Do a perception checking for traps.
Oh, perception! Oh no!
You're a ranger. You got this. Smile. Wait, you're a rogue. Wait, maybe not. Although,
I mean, wait, which one? Wait, what number's what?
It's the first one's without guidance. The second one with guidance.
Okay, so with guidance, that's good. 18's good. So as you're going down the hallway, keeping an eye out for things, you notice holes in the ceiling that are in a perfect line, kind of like across the hallway. And then you notice them in like various, like 2 or 3. You see about 3 of those different lines spaced out down the hall. And you imagine that if you did something to anger the holes, something would happen.
Ah, yes. Angry holes.
angry holes. My favorite.
I have found the problem, boys.
It's a little hard to notice with all the dust that is accumulated, but it does seem like there's certain places that you don't want to step.
Alright.
So do you want to progress through the trap, hoping not to set it off, or do you want to stop here?
I would love to attempt to make my way through this trap unscathed.
Alrighty.
You still have a bardic inspiration.
You do. So you do see where the first one is, so I'll let you pass that one. Make another check as you come up to the second to see where the pressure points might be.
Is this another perception?
Yep. Alright, you see where the wrong stone or the wrong step would be, and you don't step on it. And you're able to progress past the second one. And
Alright, number 3 then?
coming up to number 3. And you do see where the wrong spot to step there is, and you don't step on it. And you are able to progress into the big metal room that you imagine used to be a vault.
Excellent. I will start looking around.
It is a big, mostly empty metal room, but you do see a very nice painting.
Uh-oh.
Oh wow, a nice painting.
But a little too nice. Like, pristinely nice. Like, why isn't there any dust on it?
I see. This surely isn't another trap.
I mean, I don't know, is it?
Some kind of illusion.
Definitely not a mimic.
Surely not. Oh boy, is there anything that I have that can, like, touch something without touching it? I don't think there is. I'm not magic.
Well, I mean,
Especially not
you
that
can
like that.
approach it, you can stare intently at it, you can say screw this and leave, you got a lot of options.
We could leave the painting alone. We don't need it.
I'll leave that up to the rogue.
Is there a small pebble I can find and just toss a pebble at it?
I imagine given the state of the city, there's probably a few loose stones down here you can toss at it.
It's not like the city's falling apart or anything. There's definitely no pebbles.
No, not at all.
Definitely isn't a
Actually,
wizard with magic stones wet dream.
The floor is not immaculate. Like it's clean, no problems.
So are you tossing a pebble at it?
Yeah, tossing a pebble at it.
You hear the sound of a pebble hitting canvas.
Does the pebble bounce off? Does it stick?
It bounces off and bounces on the floor a few times. And it's about the reaction you'd expect throwing a pebble at a painting.
Okay. Alright.
It's not an illusion.
It's not an illusion.
Not a mimic.
Not sticky.
Well, I don't know.
Mimics are sticky.
Yeah, but their tongues are the sticky part.
They're all sticky.
That depends.
Alright. I'll walk a little closer and poke it with a short sword gently in the frame.
Are you coming straight at it, or are you coming from an angle?
I will come at it from an angle.
Okay, you walk up to it from an angle, and you poke it, and when you poke it, the image of the painting is of this. It's vaguely of a woman, but like with like a seaweedy kind of hair going on, and it's kind of an oil painting, so there's not a lot of like super detailed features. It reaches out directly in front of it and grabs at where someone would be if there was someone in front of it, and then recoils back into the painting.
I see. Yes, definitely a trap.
Rude. Yes, I agree.
But it isn't attached to anything, and it seems like it grabs forward.
Don't listen to his lies.
I say listen to them.
Magic painting over here grabs people. We should leave it alone, maybe.
This sounds like a good thing, you know?
It
What if
sounds
we
like something
used
that
it?
in a very devious manner 50 sessions from now when everyone forgets about it.
Right? It sounds
He's
like our
painting
secret
on a
exit.
wall.
Right?
This is a big painting. Like this is a it's like chest height.
So like a
And
4x3 or
It's like
something.
if you came up behind
got a
it, you could like
bag of
stretch out
holding.
both arms and pick it up and kind of awkwardly waddle with it if you really wanted to.
Anyone got a bag of holding? Just,
You could probably shove it in one of those if someone remembered to get one.
I don't
Somebody
know.
remembered to get one.
Going once, going twice. No bags of holding.
No bags
Right,
holding on anyone.
Not for me.
I don't have one.
I mean, you can also just leave it. It's up to you. It's your painting. Or it's,
Yeah. Well, the rogue's by himself down a hallway filled with traps. So
He is. That's why we're just kind of hanging out back here. I'm petting a dog.
I'm gonna see if I can't convince one of the other party members to play dice with me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come back towards the doorway and be like, well, there's a magic painting that tried to grab me.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Huh. Okay.
You didn't
You didn't bring it along?
Why
see
would
if
I
it was like a
bring
door or
along
anything?
A big ass painting.
Maybe it's a door.
Yeah, maybe it was a
It
door.
wasn't mounted on a wall or anything, was it?
it is not mounted on the wall. It's leaned up against it.
All right then. Not a door. Well, that answers that
I
problem.
feel like it was a final trap for whoever broke in here.
Or they
Well, I'm
just
going to leave it.
Or it's just a cursed item they're leaving here to get disposed of when the city falls.
Maybe.
Pshaw.
I mean, you
Who
never
knows?
Do that.
Fair point.
If you had
In
someone
which
skilled in
case, I will
Arcana, you
say-
could check it.
I really don't want to. We could just
Yeah,
leave
it's
it.
fine. Yeah.
You know what? I'll roll Arcana.
It's entirely up to you guys
There
what
we
you want to
go.
do.
I'd like to
An
jump into the
Arcana.
magic portal that is the painting. Go to Neverland.
You have Bardic Inspiration if you want to use it still.
That's true.
I feel like I'm gonna just waste the Bardic Inspiration if I don't use it here. So
Oh, yeah, they have a time limit, right? So
No? Question mark?
they have a time limit. They usually never.
For 10 minutes.
10
10
minutes.
minutes. Yeah.
All right. I mean,
total of 14.
with a 14, I mean, it's certainly magical, given that it reached out and tried to grab you, but you're not entirely sure, like, what kind of, like, who makes a painting that grabs people and what happens if they get grabbed. I don't know.
That's what I'm curious about.
You imagine it's safe to move as long as you, like, pick it up from behind. Don't know what you do with it. But,
It's getting behind it. That's the question.
I mean, you came up from the side, you just lean it forward and pick it up.
I mean, yeah. Or we could just leave it alone.
Or you can leave it.
Use
here.
it as
Okay.
a weapon.
I will call down the hallway once again. We have a possibly cursed painting. Should I grab it?
Can we give it to the gnome?
He certainly has a high enough Arcana to know what it is.
He's lonely. He needs friends.
Sure, okay. We'll take it out of here and we'll have the gnome look at it.
Yeah, that's entirely up to you guys. I'm just being an asshole.
Again, it's totally up to you what you want to do. So
Yeah, I'll grab it and I'll attempt to make my way out with it, I guess.
I'll say knowing where the spots are, it's not too hard to shuffle your way by without triggering anything. So you all just watch as the rogue carries this awkwardly big painting, shuffling in a particular manner down the hallway.
Shuffle.
But the way he's carrying it, the front of the painting is facing outward from him, so towards all of you.
Please give me a wide berth. I cannot see.
Ulgrim's like, all right, everyone, back up.
I go up the
Vibrant
stairs.
zone in the front.
All right, talk amongst yourselves while I say goodbye to the family.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Okay, so we're on the assumption that just by context clues, it's in the courtyard.
Most likely.
It's
See, now I
probably
was
in the
thinking we give
courtyard.
the painting to the gnome, and then the painting eats the gnome, and then we could just take everything the gnome has.
Why?
That's my plan.
He didn't want to leave. He says he doesn't want to be disturbed anymore.
Then he won't be disturbed inside of the painting at all, and he'll still leave, but we'll have his stuff.
Maybe we can have the painting eat the dragon.
Actually, that's a good one
Eat
too.
the statue that's definitely not a construct.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Actually,
Statue that's definitely not a construct, and this unknown, possibly cursed painting that may or may not actually do something harmful or beneficial.
We'll see if it'll eat the dragon.
But what if? See, now I'm very curious what happens when it eats something.
Well, you can walk up and touch it if you want. We'll find out.
Go ahead. I'll hold it up.
Ulgrim looks at the dog for a brief second.
No. I will throw you into the painting. I will wild its shape into a fucking octopus.
It was just a thought for a
chances.
second. It was just for a second. It was just for a second. That's all.
If I hit you, you become auto grappled. Do not try me.
You will witness the wails of the dead.
Someone's gonna be swimming with the fishes.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
So we're gonna use the painting to murder the gnome and take all of his stuff.
That was not decided.
We were gonna try to use the painting on the dragon, I think was the more feasible option.
Yes, that was the more feasible option.
Okay, so does anyone want to try to roll an Arcana on it since it's in front of you? Or
Sure. I mean, sure. I do
Yeah,
magic.
does anyone else want to look at it?
I'll give myself guidance, because, you know...
Group of fucking idiots.
Hi. I rolled a 16.
it's definitely cursed.
Cool.
You definitely don't want to stand in front of it if someone activates it. You're not 100% sure what's going to happen, but you imagine it's probably not great.
Okay, so use it on the dragon.
You will know that it's a little too small to probably work on something the size of a dragon.
What if I shrink the dragon?
Shrink the dragon.
You'd have to shrink the dragon like 3 sizes.
Let me read. Is reduce just one size?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one category. Fuck.
I'm guessing my 9 history doesn't tell me anything about it.
It's a painting.
Painting, yeah.
Can we tell
Sure.
when it was painted?
If you want to roll a history.
That's what I did.
I rolled a 9.
I got
I'll
a
roll
9.
a history.
Yeah.
Ulgrim, it's a painting.
It's a painting. Yeah. Pretty solid painting.
Drip Glow. This is a very nice painting. It is definitely very old. It's in a style you recognize. It's probably 200 plus years old. It's probably would be worth a lot of money if it wasn't, cursed.
Well, they don't need to
You
know
know,
it's
cursed.
cursed. We can put it far enough away from them where they can look at it, and then we sell it to them face down.
You know what? Maybe we can just have Stickrin look at it, and maybe he can uncurse it,
Maybe.
and then I can sell it for so much money.
I mean, unless someone just likes to collect cursed things, but it's definitely cursed, and it's definitely here because it's most definitely here because they wanted to get rid of it.
We should bring it back to the city.
Yes, we should bring
I
it back
agree.
to the people who wanted to get rid of it in the exact same state as they left it.
Hey, we brought we brought the painting that you asked for.
That sounds like a perfect idea.
Given the description, this is definitely not that painting, but I mean, he's a lord. They tend to be full of themselves. Maybe he'd like it.
None of us are art people.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Ulgrim, if you try to give him the painting, it might work.
Yeah.
Wait, who? The gnome?
You just have to lie your ass off.
No, the gnome.
Painting to the Lord.
Lying my ass off. Ulgrim goes and gets like really flamboyant for a second. Lying my ass off is something I can do.
Good.
Awesome.
Glad we're all on the same page.
I'll be there to back you up, buddy.
Fantastic.
But definitely only if we can not get Sigrun to uncurse it or whatever. All right, to the courtyard, I guess.
Oh, we're no. All right.
Where are you taking the
We're
painting with you?
already
Or
here.
you're
Do you
leaving it?
want to walk back to Sigrun now and then come back here?
No, not really. I just forgot why we were going to the courtyard.
Yeah, the case is probably out there
Right.
among the corpses. Among the definitely not construct dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, so didn't catch it. Are you bringing the painting with you, or are you ditching it?
We'll bring it with, but I'll lean it up in the doorway before we enter the courtyard, seeing as how it's not going to be useful as a weapon in this particular fight.
Alright. You can very easily make it up to the first floor, and the stairs are all, still there.
They're still fine, right?
They're still good.
There was nothing else in the basement that we needed to look at, right?
I believe it was just the crate that we were looking for, and that has been dragged off elsewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
It has.
Okay.
Unless anyone wants to go back and double check any of the Goliath's rooms.
Not particularly.
What room?
All right. Well, you easily make it out. You have the exit in front of you. You can either stroll into the corridor of death, or you can turn right and go the way you came.
I want to look at the corridor of death. I think most fun.
You want to look at it from a distance, or do you want to look at it from close up?
What? From a distance.
Why don't we all see if we can spot the crate out there somewhere?
Anyone who wants to try to see if they can spot anything useful, roll perception. The barbarian sees the pretty flowers. Everyone else sees there is definitely a crate, roughly the size described to you, right beneath the statue's feet.
Oh, fuck.
Of course.
And now that you're thinking about it, the statue's almost kind of perched in a way that looks like it's defending the crate. Almost like it thinks it's treasure.
Oh, weird. Alright, it's under the fucking dragon.
Hey.
Of course it is.
Lovely. All right.
Before anyone does anything stupid, it is 7.
Yeah, it is.
And I do want to preface that I did make multiple ways to win. I'm not trying to murder anyone.
So, as we think through this, I wish to point out I can summon 2 things that can teleport. I have a speed of 70 dashing. Do we just run in, grab it, and people start booking it.
I think we don't try and fight this. We just try and run past it and grab the thing as we go.
Yeah. Okay.
I
so
also have a +9 to persuasion. So
I mean, if you want to talk to the construct,
but I unfortunately don't have Draconic. If it knows Draconic, or if it
I
even
do have
speaks,
Draconic.
if it even speaks at all. So
Yeah.
I
yeah.
feel like it's a construct.
I know
Mhm.
Yeti.
I know Dwarvish.
I do know Jorvish too. Yeah.
I know Druidic, Common, Draconic, and Yeti.
No
Yeah.
problem.
I will remind everyone that there is a tinkerer in the city,
Mm-hmm.
and this does kind of look like a construct.
It does, doesn't it?
We,
Yeah.
we could go back, or we could just. It's within movement range.
But I think we'll leave you to think about it, and we can come back to it next
That's
time.
fine.
Sure.
I could clear the entire courtyard in one go.
Yes. Yeah, no. I can
Even
also
the
cast
dog.
Pass Without a Trace